I wish I was rolling like an extra 3 minutes before I started this, because whenever I see like someone I know, like a neighbor or something, and you probably see me do this if you watched before, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Like my fucking voice goes up like 3 octaves. I don't know what it is. It's like trying to sound friendly or whatever. But, and sometimes I do that too when I'm just saying hi to people. Like, you know, I'll be walking close to someone in I almost said scarce place. I just woke up from my 3rd nap, so I'll be out in the middle of nowhere or walking on a path somewhere, like over where the store is, where I just came from. And if I'm walking like right next to someone, it's only me and them, and it's kind of awkward, I always try to say hi, especially if they're an older person, because older people tend to be a little bit more open to that. You know, generally, you still get the ones that look at you like, you know, they hate you. But there's an older guy with his dog walking through, and I've become kind of aware of the 3-octave change that I go through. So he comes rolling up with his dog, and I'm just like, hey, how you doing? I tried to give a little deeper thing, but I fucking went too far. Hey, how are you? It was fucking embarrassing. He probably thought, like, I don't know, maybe he thought that was just my voice, but I overshot it. So I'm watching these guys talk about The Thing on YouTube, and it's like, I guess they've kind of loosened up their algorithm or whatever, because I've been really since being banned because of it, I've been really careful about what I say, how I say it, blah, blah. And these guys are just straight up talking about it and how it's killing people. And, you know, what are these guys on this particular podcast? Was one of these guys work for BlackRock? Or he still does or something? I don't know. I'm going to put it up. I'll put the stuff up there. And he's like, yeah, from what I see, it's the vaccine that's causing these excess unlivings. See, I don't know how they got away with it, but so I'm just going to be safe for a while until I know for sure. But he was like, this is what looks like happened, and if anyone can disprove that or give me data that shows otherwise, I think it's pretty obvious what happened. And they're, you know, going over the stuff like the endless amount of young people just dying every day, sudden adult death. And where was it? I'm gonna fuck this up. Denmark? I think it was Denmark. They've stopped using them completely, saying that, you know, they're dangerous and not going to use them. But at the same time, everywhere else is still pushing them. So there's a bit of a schism happening there. Like I've said before, they have to let the people know, because letting the people know so that the people freak out and get mad and want revenge is part of the plan. You know, they want people to turn against their governments and flip out and start trashing things and killing politicians. And don't forget the media people. Get those fuckers. Of course, you know, in Minecraft, you know, I'm not saying you should do anything. But, yeah, they want this to happen. Because then, order out of chaos. They can swoop in and be like, oh, well, we have food down at the FEMA fucking outpost, and we have blankets, because they're expecting people to just go ham and destroy everything. I don't know if that exactly would happen that way. I think people are a lot less savage than they think we are. Our farmers think we're just complete animals, and yeah, a lot of people out here are, but I wouldn't say the majority are. You know, I mean, history hasn't shown that. History's proven that's not true. Usually when something really bad happens or there's some kind of tragic event, people kind of tend to help each other out, you know. And sure, there will be opportunists and shit like that. That's expected, right? But yeah, they just have this fantasy that as soon as they take our electricity, we're gonna start eating each other. So part of the plan is for us to know. Is for us to find out. And they've been trying to give us a heads up on this for a long time. They've been slowly dripping out like information in different channels. And I'm wondering if the relaxing of the censorship on YouTube when it comes to this case is part of this slow drip. They're going to have to do more of a slow drip because people are slow to get stuff like this. And a lot of people get it, but they don't want to admit they got it. Like, as far as they understand what's happening, but they can't bring themselves to admit it because maybe they, you know, suggested loved ones or friends or their children get it, or told them to get it, or forced them to get it, and it makes them fucking crazy murderers, right? So they don't want to deal with that, so they don't want to accept that. So there's going to be a lot of denial. But when they finally pop, and they probably will, not pop, but it'll pop in their heads and they'll have to face it. A lot of them will be mad, and a lot of them will get their Frankenstein rakes and head right to the hospital with torches and Frankenstein rakes. And God forgive me, but I can't help but look forward to that. You know, I'd never partake in it, of course. I don't believe in that kind of force against the beast, because the people that have just participated in this, from the, you know, orderlies to the politicians, the media people, they are the beast, without a doubt. They're part of the tentacles of the beast. So to try to hurt them with force is a very iffy proposition. But others certainly will. You know, there are like Boomerang Bro in Australia, who attacked the doctor in the car. I don't know if you saw that one, but I'll try to pull it out. It's pretty funny. There's going to be a lot of guys like that who lost family members because of what these people did. And any response, although, you know, I wouldn't condone it or suggest it, I understand it. I understand it. There's a part of me like that too, because I have no friends and family members, people that have gotten it. And, you know, we know what the result of that is. And as much as the evil bastards at the top that came up with the whole plan, the people that really upset me are like your local politicians who pushed it on people, people in the medical industry who pushed it on people, media people who pushed it on people, Team Blue people who tried to shame and talk about putting people in camps and stuff. All those people are going to be fair game. And yeah, and you know, they deserve it, right? I mean, although, you know, the vengeance is really not ours, you know, it's the Lord's. And I wouldn't engage in any of that. But you know, I think they I can't say they don't deserve it, you know. And there's going to be a bit of that happening, but it can't go on too long. I know people are going to need to let some steam off, and, you know, once they're done blowing up the hospitals, hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you, man.
I didn't know it was you the other day. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And you go in for the hug, and I'm like, okay. I didn't recognize you.
It's been a long time since we seen
Yeah, how's everything going? Good?
All good, yeah, yeah.
Cool, man, that's awesome.
Just working and, you know, just cruising.
Yeah, looks like you're ready to rock. Get a band together.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man, have a good night. But it's going to happen. Sadly. Well, not sadly in that case. And I mean, I don't know. I'm conflicted how I feel about it, because on the one hand, I'm like, yes, get them, because I hate them. I mean, they wanted me in a camp or dead. They wanted me dead, or they wanted me in a camp, or they wanted me to wear a gold star. They want to exclude me from, you know, society. they would have called the Gestapo on me, and they still would. These same motherfuckers, if the TV told them to do it tomorrow, they'd do it tomorrow. You know? Sometimes I sympathize with Klaus, you know? I don't want to, but sometimes I do. You know, sometimes you think like, wow, are they right? I mean, they're not, but whatever. Yeah, so anyway, that's part of their plan. Like, they expect that to happen. Let's see if I can cut through over here. I don't want to go walking through that line smoking and then go phone down stuff. Take a little walk through here. I don't come back through here often. I don't even know what's back here anymore. A lot of these places change. Nice little thing back here, though. Masks required. Yep. All the people that did that to people, that made that, you know, forced them to do that, forced poor people who are going to lose their jobs. You know, I don't have to go through it. You know the anger that's there. And a lot more of those people than you think knew something was up. You know? They are complacent in this, you know? Absolutely. Anyone like that, as far as I'm concerned, is a tentacle of the beast. You know, and how wicked they were as far as demonizing people who just didn't trust the government. I mean, who the fuck? So why did they? So you know, with open arms, they wouldn't hurt us. Why would they do that? Government's our friend. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of feel bad if it wasn't for their reprehensible behavior and attitude toward the other people that didn't want to lick the boot. So it's all coming home to roost. It's all coming home to roost. And yes, on a level, it's satisfying to see. I feel terrible for saying that, but it is. You know what I mean? It's not a nice feeling, but yeah, people are gonna tear some shit down. Not in a stupid like fucking way like the BLM summer or anything gay like that. This is gonna be like a real people who have something to be upset about, actually. In fact, a lot of those people, who, I don't mean like, you know, black people, but people who are on that side trying to destroy places for dumb reasons, they're going to be targets too. There are a lot of people looking at it like it's going to be some kind of righteous thing. It's not, though. There's nothing righteous about it. You know, we've been manipulated into the situation. It sucks, you know. But the thing is, it's like the bottom line into what I was getting to is that I guess you're a little bit more free to talk about it now. And when I hear these guys talking about it, just bringing up like this mountain of evidence that we already had 2 years ago. It's like, hey, you know, I think of this too. And if you notice this and that, it's like, maybe they knew too, and this is just the way they have to go about presenting it. But it's fucking frustrating, you know, to watch these guys go on like that. It's like, yes, we know. A lot of us knew, you know. And even if we didn't know exactly, you know, there were a lot of fucking red flags. And then all the assholes around you in your community, neighbors, local hospital people that back them up. I don't know. I could go in circles about it, but I'm not going to, because I didn't come out here to make myself frustrated or to get upset. Came out for a nice walk. Now I'm about to rage quit now. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I think everybody gets what I'm saying. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.